Bruins are on the verge of being eliminated in the first round of the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs. Honestly, it's a little shocking that the team is in this situation after setting NHL records for wins and points during the regular season. With what's at stake and how different the roster could look this summer, Sunday's Game 7 against the Florida Panthers at TD Garden is easily one of the most important moments in recent franchise history. Winning is all that matters. This is not the time to reward players for past performance. Experience is important, but the players who give the Bruins the best chance of winning must play. It's so simple. So what lineup changes could the Bruins make for Game 7? Here are 3 coach Jim Montgomery needs to watch out for. Cutting Matt Grzelcyk and inserting Connor Clifton back into the lineup for Game 6 was probably the worst decision Montgomery has made so far in the first round. Grzelcyk's excellent skating, his ability to get out of the defensive zone quickly and accurately, and his ability to make plays in the offensive zone all lacked in the Game 6 loss. Clifton had the worst game of his career. A mid-ice turnover in the first period led to a 2-1 Panthers drive and a Matthew Tkachuk goal. Despite the lack of strong predictive pressure, the Panthers threw a bad pass late in the third quarter in an attempt to clear the zone. The error went into the Bruins' net and resulted in Florida's game-winning goal. The Panthers were 20-10 in shot attempts, 12-3 in scoring chances, 6-1 in high-danger chances, and held a 3-0 differential in 12:49 of Clifton's time on the ice. On Friday night 5-on-5 by natural stat trick. Combining Grzelcyk and McAvoy into the first duo that has been working wonders for several years is the right choice. Basically, going back to Game 3 and Game 4 defensive pairings is the best course of action. Matt Grzelcyk, Charlie McAvoy. Hampus Lindholm, Brandon Carlo. Derek Forbort, Dmitry Orlov. Insert Trent Frederic in the role of the final 6. Frederic had a career-high 16 goals and 14 assists this season. He was a much different and better offensive player in the Montgomery system. He also reduced bad penalties. He has improved a lot in the game physically and has not crossed the line. There is no doubt that he should be back in the lineup for Game 7. Leaving him out of the lineup for Game 5 and Game 6 was a mistake. Not only could Frederic provide some scoring depth, but he'll help the Bruins immediately set a physical tone and get the crowd involved. You can imagine Frederic defeating Panthers players in the first round and giving his teammates even more energy. Whether it's David Krejci, more on that below, or Nick Foligno who goes, Frederic has to go. Krejci is one of the best Bruins players of this generation. In 2011, he won the Stanley Cup. He led all playoff scoring in 2011 and 2013. He has 159 playoff games, including 13 from Game 7. Krejci's 125 postseason points is the 7th most by any player since his playoff debut in 2008. The problem is that Krejci has played poorly in this series. He missed the last 6 games of the regular season due to injury. He returned for Game 1 and Game 2 and didn't make much of an impact, 1 assist and 4 shots. Krejci missed the next 3 games with an upper body injury before returning for Game 6. In a 7-5 game that featured plenty of offense, Krejci was held scoreless and didn't record a single shot into the net. He was also 1-6 going into Game 6, winning just 16 of 41 ties in that series. The Bruins showed they can win without him in the lineup. He lost Games 3 and 4 at Florida, and those were Boston's best performances of the series. The quartet of Patrice Bergeron, Pavel Zacha, Charlie Coyle and Tomas Nosek in the middle is good enough to beat any opponent. Removing Krejci from the lineup would be a bold move for Montgomery, especially if the veteran center is healthy enough to play. But it would also be the right choice. That would also be a bold move. Linus Ullmark will almost certainly win the Vezina Trophy, and you could easily argue that he deserves to play in the biggest game of the season. Backup goaltender Jeremy Swayman hasn't started a game since April 13, the regular season finale in Montreal. But the last two games were two of Ullmark's worst performances of the season. Of course, the team didn't favor him with some brutal returns that gave the Panthers their best scoring chances. But sometimes you need your keeper to save those kinds of mistakes, and Ullmark has been doing that for most of the season leading up to this streak. Through 6 games, Ullmark is 3-3 with an .896 save percentage and a 3.34 GAA. But perhaps more importantly, Ullmark doesn't look entirely healthy. His athleticism and movement don't look sharp. His puck handling, especially in overtime of Game 5, was also below average. Swayman was outstanding in the regular season, posting a .920 save percentage and a 2.27 GAA. His .862 save percentage from high-danger chances was the second best of any goalkeeper who played 25 or more games. He's fully capable of breaking into a big lineup and winning Game 7. Not only is he super talented, but he's also healthy and well-rested. It wouldn't be shocking if Ullmark started on Sunday, but Swayman would likely give the Bruins a slightly better chance of winning. I am extremely pleased that you are here and would love to hear your thoughts in the comments as we expand our knowledge of Boston together through this channel. Sharing knowledge is essential, so I would be very grateful if you would subscribe to our channel, allowing us to reach even more fans. With your help, I feel motivated to post videos daily and keep you constantly updated. By subscribing, you will receive notifications whenever a new video is posted. Thank you immensely for your support.